In Gila County are assessing the damage as floodwaters rush through their streets over the weekend. Welcome everyone to 12 News at 4. I'm Tram Mai.
Yeah, and you saw all that damage. That terrible flooding killed 3 people in the mining town of Globe, swept people off roadways and streets, and more people could be missing. Leaders are expected to brief the community at Globe City Hall on the ongoing recovery efforts. And Jamie, okay, let's go ahead and get out there right now. This is a live briefing on the situation in Globe and Miami. Let's listen.
We know it's taking time away from you and your families. We are hosting this press conference to hope to provide more information, not only on the operations, but on what we can do to help the public. You'll be hearing today from your local mayors, your local first responders, and our operations section chief to give you an update on what we've been doing. So first, we're going to hear from the Globe Mayor.
Thank you, Tiffany, and good afternoon. I first want to start with extending my condolences to the victims that were lost in the event and to their families. I want to thank the enormous amount of response that we received from agencies immediately when that event occurred, as cars and everything else was being washed down our downtown area. I want to thank the amount of volunteers, not only locally, but statewide and beyond, that have come to our community to help to start the process of cleaning it up. I want to thank John Truitt, State Land Incident Commander Type 3 team, in bringing all the resources to be able to help with those search and rescue operations. And I definitely need to thank our police, fire, and public works, and our staff who have worked tireless hours throughout the weekend after this event occurred. This event was very devastating to all of us. We've never seen anything like it in our community. We feel the pain of our business people that have lost so much, their livelihood, their investments into their buildings that we have seen here, and it hurts us all. We feel the pain of our residents we have seen so much damage to their homes and now have to start from scratch and move forward. But I assure you that this council, our administration, this city is with you, and we will work tirelessly to make sure that we expedite those funds, either state or federally, that we need to receive in order to recover and move forward. We had, again, we filed a state of emergency immediately the next day. Town of Miami did also, and then the county did one. Immediately, Governor Hobbs signed it and gave authorization to release funding. We have received support from all our legislators in the state and federally, and they are also pushing to get that funding to our people. That's what we need. We need it now. We have started the process by cleanup. The next is assessment, and then we need to get the money to start and recover and open our city, our community back up. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I appreciate you coming in to get us hear our updates on what's been going on. And I totally agree with Mayor Gameros on thanking everybody. My background really is engineering, industrial engineering and construction. And I've seen all kinds of events similar to this across the nation and around the world. I've never seen this kind of cooperation and interaction. Coming from Miami and to Globe, and Globe to Miami, and everything in between for the county, it's just been really good to see that many people, all of our staff, a lot of our public helpers just coming in and working with us. It's amazing. I didn't see that in Katrina, for instance, down in Louisiana. We rebuilt a home, or a community there, I should say, after Katrina hit, right on our job site, or right down from our job site. We never saw that kind of action. This is amazing to me, and I'm proud to be a part of that. If we have to have a disaster, this is the way to get it turned around and get everything back to normal, and do what we can to save our businesses help our public and their homes, whatever destruction was there. We're here to do that, and we're ready to do it. We've gotten cooperation from all of the mines in the copper corridor here. They're amazing. They're happy to jump in and help us. We had their equipment. We had contractors that are working for us. I mean, they just jump in there, and all the work that we're getting done is just, I mean, I love it. I love seeing the human part of the equation coming together like we're doing. So I'm ready to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you, sir. County Supervisor?
Yeah, Tim Humphrey, Gila County Supervisor, District 2. My heart goes out to the families, the business owners, and the people that have had this happen to them. They say sometimes good things come from change. It's hard to see that from here, but it's a great community. You know, I mean, it's nice that the mayor of Globe, the mayor of Miami, Gila County, the mines, everybody works together here. And we've shown that as the flood started on Thursday. We all communicated on going forward, and we're still working together on putting together funding programs, not only from the state and federal, but Carl Milford may go into it a little more. We're working on a donation to bring in donations to our area, but not just kind of willy-nilly. We're trying to get it passed through Salvation Army so that it's a solid place to where people can donate. Salvation Army will take in what the community needs. There's a lot of people that want to give cash. They want to give money to help because that's the only way they can help. And through an organization like that, then they can be a pass-through to help the people that need, because we know that people need money now, not 6 months from now when the assessments are done. Although the congressman's helping us get those assessments done to go forward, the governor's helping us to get all of the red tape passed through as fast as it can. But we're working on getting that arm set up so that we can take donations to help the business people, to help the families who need to start restructuring now. And so thank you all very much for your patience. I believe most everybody knows how to get a hold of me if I can help or you have questions. Our landfill was closed for 1 day because it flooded as well. We got it back in shape. We're working with DJs and working with the mayor of Globe and Miami so that they come to our landfill and all the flood debris and damage goes in one place, so we're not interfering with our commercial people that haul garbage for a living. And so we're trying to keep that separate as well in case in the future it needs to be assessed. So when you're taking things to the landfill, be patient. If you see something that could be different or you would think needs to happen, please call, because everything is, it's just been by the moment decisions. It's not that we got to plan all of this. We're just dealing with it as it comes. So if you see something that you would like to have different or change, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Carl?
Hello, my name is Carl Melford, Gila County Emergency Manager. So I manage the Gila County Emergency Operations Center. We've got a large group of resources in together, and what we're trying to do is kind of track all of these costs, put out damage assessments, gather data that can help our communities seek reimbursement for the loss that has occurred financially, and then also to bring in whatever resources that our municipalities or our county need to get the job done. We brought quite a bit of those resources in already, and we've got those resources ongoing, and we're working actively to fill any resource requests from any of the folks that have boots on the ground. We're working on bringing in more of the agencies that can help, the nonprofits that can help the individuals, not only with donations management and things of that nature, but as well as a disaster assistance center. So for the locals here that were around for the Telegraph fire, they may be familiar with the concept, but I'll explain a little further. That Disaster Assistance Center will be a one-stop shop for all of those nonprofit organizations that help people out with financial or logistical needs. Working on getting that together at the fairgrounds. So essentially, you can go table to table and visit with each of these programs and see what they have available to help you out. So most of this stuff is advertised or promoted on our social media pages for Gila County and Gila County Health and Community Services. So please monitor that. We're also pushing it out to our media contacts to share. And then information about what's available can be accessed direct through our call center. The call center phone number is 928-402-8888. My office also manages the emergency alert system, Ready Gila Alerts, where we get out notifications. It rebroadcasts flash flood warnings and then any public safety messages that our public safety partners request of us. We're happy to be here to help and do everything we can. I'm also local here. This is my home. This is my backyard. So I personally promise my community that I'll do everything I can to get us back on our feet and get us back where we were before. Thank you.
Chief Robinson.
Good evening. My name's Chief Gary Robinson with the City of Globe. First of all, as has been expressed, my condolences to those who have lost loved ones in this event. Just to kind of give a little rundown of what the initial operations for us looked like. We had actually experienced a day or 2 days prior some flooding within the Claypool area. The first call for the event in downtown Globe was received at approximately 6:41 p.m. A 911 call on the south end of Broad Street, reporting an individual trapped in their home with rising water. The initial units that responded to that when they reached the crossing point, our engine made an attempt to access that location. That attempt was not successful to be able to get up to where that person was reported. That engine was directed to higher ground where they staged. We had one fire unit in that response that put out a distress call. That shortly thereafter, that distress call, that individual advised that they were safe in higher ground, and all other responding units from our other agencies that were coming in began to stage at the locations where they were at due to no access into the downtown corridor. Once those waters began to recede, we were able to establish a command post at the Globe Fire Department and begin coordinating efforts at searching, trying to locate individuals who may be in need of rescue. There were multiple rescues that were put in place by civilians as well as responders. There was also a significant hazardous materials incident ongoing due to propane leaking throughout the community. Secondarily to those rescues and stuff, our goal was to get everybody moved back to safer areas from the north end of Broad Street. I just want to take a few minutes, and I'm going to miss somebody, I'm sure, but to thank a few of the local agencies that were immediately engaged in this incident. To Tri-City Fire District, their Fire Chief Tony Granger, who assumed the initial incident command of the responding units that were coming in, to the Department of Forestry and Fire Management and their local resources that they have here that were able to answer as quickly as they could as soon as the water started to recede. To the PD, our Public Works Department, to the search and rescue teams that were here rapidly, and we're able to begin assisting with those. And then to our state partners that have been here, including the DFFM, the team that has come in to help us work through and manage the amount of resources that we have operating here. To our mutual aid partners in the form of our statewide mutual aid system, to include Mesa Fire, Superstition Fire and Medical, and Florence Fire, and the U.S. Forest Service that's doing that. We continue, as many of you have seen, some of those operations continue or are ongoing. We have personnel actively engaged in that, as well as trying to cover any local incidents that occur due to the normal volume of traffic that we have here. Again, my condolences and my thanks go out to the community, to those who volunteered, and to all those who were selfless in the actions that they took to try and look after their fellow citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Walters?
Good evening. My name is Dale Walters, and I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Globe. I want to first send my condolences to the families and the flood victims, and the many Globe and Gila County community residents that lost their homes and their businesses. I drove through again today, and the devastation just continues to grow. This was a horrible disaster that will take time to heal and rebuild. It has been my experience over the last 7 years of this community has addressed great pain and loss with strength and resiliency, and as we have all witnessed since Friday, it has been on display. I want to say thank you to the many volunteers for their efforts and the commitment to our community and the love and support you have shown in the face of this devastation. As of today, there are 2 deaths have been confirmed within the city limits of Globe: Heather Johnson of Globe and David Acevedo of Claypole were both victims of the flash flood and were recovered from the wash within the city limits of Globe on 9/27/25. Both deceased were transported to the Pinal County Medical Examiner's Office in Florence and underwent examinations to determine the cause and manner of death. The immediate cause of death was determined to be drowning, and the manner of death is determined to be accidental for both. As of this writing, we have recovered 58 vehicles unrelated to the vehicles that were taken from the Courtesy Ford dealership. 40 of these registered owners have been contacted and found safe, and we are working to contact the remainder of those 58. There are still a number of vehicles, I don't have a number for you, that have not been recovered. Efforts to recover these vehicles are ongoing. We have one known missing person. We've put out on Facebook and in the public and listed them as missing. A local resident named Pete Green. I'll provide the media with the flyer that we've put out on our Facebook. Pete was known to be transient and believed to be in the creek area at the time of the flood arriving. So we don't have any further on that. We'll be asking for any input from the community. If you know where Pete's at, if you've seen Pete since Friday night, please reach out to the Globe Police Department. In addition, there is a third victim that was recovered in wheat fields. This was a county case, and I would refer the media and any questions pertaining to that to the Gila County Sheriff's Office. And the last thing I want to say before I step away is we have received information through social media and seen different videos and photographs from people that were at the event on Friday. We've asked through our social media on Facebook, it should be on the local social media for Globe Miami, to please download our Tip 411 app and upload any videos and photos that you may have or additional information that you may have. We are trying to put it together to ensure that the people that have been seen floating down the creek have been recovered. So far, every vehicle that we've seen occupied that was floating, we've been able to confirm that everybody is safe. But we don't want to miss anything. Our number one concern right now that we're looking at is the people from outside the community, because we're not getting any further details of missing people locally. But as you well know, our restaurants are very popular from Valley residents, and there's been a number of vehicles that were outside the community that we've identified, and we were using personnel and law enforcement throughout the state to try to make contact with registered owners. And the last thing I want to do is say thank you to all my law enforcement brothers and sisters throughout the state. We've received countless offers of support in a manner of different measures, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Chief?
Good afternoon. My name's Bob Arthur. I'm the Operations Section Chief for the State of Arizona's Type 3 Incident Management Team that's currently here in Globe. First of all, my condolences to the families and victims that have suffered through the flood. I will start with the update where Chief Robinson left off Friday night. So Saturday morning, as the team arrived, we had a DPS helicopter with an infrared vision capable that flew the waterways starting in the headwaters of Six-Shooter Ice House and Kellner Canyons, flew after those three drainages formed Pinal Creek, flew the Pinal Creek drainage through Globe, past the sewer treatment plant, Russell Gulch, and then where they meet on Highway 188, and then farther north into Wheatfields. We flew all those with the helicopter and did not pick up any victims. We had 6 search and rescue dog teams from different counties within the state of Arizona associated with the county sheriff's offices, or sheriffs. They all came to assist. We've had the search teams and the dogs search the same drainages, the Ice House, Six-Shooter, and Kellner Canyon, and then all of Pinal Creek drainages all the way to Wheatfields, and then the drainage, and I can't tell you the name of it, that runs through the town of Miami, where it starts west of Miami. We put dogs in there and personnel to search that area as well. On top of the search, we have had hand crews with chainsaws cutting the woody material that are in the creek drainages and either getting them in small enough pieces that we can get them out onto the road to be loaded in dump trucks or on flatbed trailers to get them out, so we don't have additional blockage when the next rain hits at the creek crossings. And we also have heavy equipment in the creeks that have assisted us with the bigger pieces of wood and the numerous propane tanks that are spread out between here and so far we've seen them all the way to Pringle Pump. So on top of that, I don't have anything. Yep, I guess I'm done then. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So that concludes this portion of the press conference. I am going to open it up to questions for about 15 minutes. Any questions? Go ahead.
Feel free, whoever can answer this. I'm wondering what preparations were made in advance of this event. I was up here on Thursday when we first started seeing some videos coming out of flooding between Globe and Miami.
All right, you have been listening to a news conference coming out of the city of Globe in Miami, where they were just hit by that horrible storm, actually 2 different ones, on Thursday and Friday. 3 people were killed, 1 person they confirmed still missing. They said that they have 18 cars that they haven't been able to match with their drivers. And I know a lot of those streets, there's a creek that runs right through Globe. And so a lot of those cars were actually pushed off the streets and down into the creek. So they haven't been able to look at and match the 18 cars with the 18 owners, but they're saying only 1 person they know of is missing.
Yeah, that 1 person is somebody who actually was last seen on Friday, I believe. That flooding happened Friday and Saturday. That person is Pete Green. He was in the creek area. We know so far, though, that 3 people have died. You talked about the vehicles. 58 vehicles were actually recovered, but again, over a dozen are still missing.